Clixed Off is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama. Check them out at luckydicecafe.com.
Welcome to Clixed Off Sudden Death.
Welcome everybody to the second episode of the revamp of Sudden Death. This is your host Sam Powell, and with me today I have two world champions. I have our good friends and teammates, TJ Wheeler.
Hey everybody.
And, I'm going to butcher his last name. I know him as Azarish Strife.
Yep, that's it. I'm back.
He's back, baby. Before we get started, I just want to say real quick, let everybody know that Clixed Off is sponsored by TrollandToad.com. Visit TrollandToad.com, the world's largest HeroClix dealer for all your HeroClix and gaming needs. So if you're needing something specific for Worlds, which you're probably not going to get it, but they're going to be there, or you need like an older piece to fill out your collection, visit TrollandToad.com to find great prices. Use the coupon code CLIXEDOFF for 5% off your HeroClix order. Merchant and pre-orders items do not apply. And if you like what you're hearing today on the Clixed Off Sudden Death podcast, check us out at patreon.com/ClixedOff. $1 and above gets you entered into our monthly giveaways. $5 and above gets you entered into our exclusive Discord server for HeroClix strategy and tactics discussion. Well, that's a lot of T's there. Yeah, so welcome guys. We're back for the second episode. Well, me and TJ are back for a second episode. We've obtained an Azarith to the team. Yeah. So
Time to upgrade.
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm a little bit out of my class right now because again, I've got two world champions, on the podcast, but I'll just kind of.
Oh, you're good. You're good. You top 8 at nationals this year. I didn't.
No, I didn't top 8. I got top 16.
That's better than I did.
Well, considering as you weren't there.
You do have to show up to place.
Yes, that's true. Way to make me feel better, as.
You beat me in Florida.
Oh, well, you pulse waved your whole team.
I did pulse wave my team.
I was like, I looked at you and I was like, you're pulse waving your whole team. You're like, yeah.
I sure did.
I was like, okay. I mean, there was no chance of us making it anyway. Like, we were just playing for fun. So,
yeah.
But I mean, hey, you guys got a big event coming up this week. Yep. Is it Canadian Nationals? Is that what it's, or Australian Nationals? Is that what it's?
It's actually Ugandan Nationals.
Oh wow. Oh, guys better get on that boat.
Yeah, for all our Ugandan listeners, I'm coming for your titles.
But yeah, you guys got Worlds coming up. That's exciting.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been excited about Clix in a long time. I've been pretty vocal about my my unenthusiasm with the game right now, but Worlds is an event that even as disillusioned as I am with the game, I'm not going to miss.
Yeah, I'm a little
pumped myself.
Yeah, I'm not I'm not going to be able to be there. And it's probably good. I just got a lot of stress going on at work right now, so I probably would not be in the right mind frame if I was even able to go.
That's fair.
But I'm definitely going to miss seeing everybody, and I can't wait to hear and see how everybody does, and see, I'm going to hear all the Clixed Off just wiping the floor with all the events. That'd be great.
I'm using it as the opposite from work. I'm taking an escape from all of my stress.
I wish I could do that, but unfortunately I can't with mine. So
This is unfortunately the last week of work for me that I'll have to wait. That I don't get to work a short week. For like the last month, I've just been short weeking it because it was like one trip, then holiday, then trip, then this trip. I'm like, wait, I gotta work a full week next week?
Yeah, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself. You're gonna be like, Wednesday, you're gonna be like, what? I have to work tomorrow?
I'm supposed to be done.
I see you guys Monday. They're like, no, you have to come in tomorrow.
Oh, it'd be better if I didn't.
I am kind of sad, though, because, like, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to play, like, the team I really like to play. I mean, everything's retiring right afterwards. So, like, my Faust is retiring, my Scarlet Witch is retiring, my Saki's retiring.
Get rid of her.
Get rid of her, right? Everybody's just so salty. Super salty.
I thought
I'll play it for you, Sam. It'll be fine.
Yeah, TJ's gonna make me sad. I've thought for a long time that I thought Power Racers were not healthy for the game, and the longer it went, the more I proved myself right.
Here's the thing, though. People, I feel like Power Racers have always been a part of the game. I mean, you think about it. There was this thing called an orange battery that didn't let you do shit on the map. Okay? And then there was a little piece called Felix Faust that had a D20 that...
Whoa. He was not a Power Racer. He was, you don't get to play the game. And we know what happened. That's a bad comparison.
And then there was the double Nick Fury.
Yes!
Nick Fury was effectively just Outwit. There was one power. Like, Cosmo is probably, like, the closest Power Racer to where I'll say is, like, fair.
There has been equally as strong as pieces as Scarlet Witch in the game since I've been playing. But that
Nick Fury was also 120 points. He was a
No. He was 5 points from an ID card okay?
But you didn't get it for the whole game.
You didn't need him for the whole game. You needed him for shooting 10 squares, 12 squares away at times for 5 damage, because you could perplex damage at that time with shield TAs, and you just wrecked face.
Where the game is at now that ID cards don't work, I just don't like a character of less than 100 points that shuts down entire archetypes like tent poles. Like, you can't play a tent pole justifiably in an environment where Scarlet Witch.
But in equal defense of hers, she's easily taken out of the game from a Necrosword. She can be outwitted. It's not like she's protected outwit or anything, except for her stop click.
She's on her stop click.
Well, I mean, okay, her stop click, but like Necrosword just yeets her, like yeet.
You have to get knockback though, and if you're in the rune, you don't have super strength or an easy way to generate knockback. You have to roll doubles.
Okay, but you can shoot her outside the. You can position enough that. But
then you can't use the Necrosword.
Yeah, you can. She's got giant reach. Necrosword.
If you have giant reach 4.
Just position better.
Just get giant reach 4.
Just position better. I mean, just get good.
No, I know people like her. I know people like the Power Racers. Me as somebody who likes to play tent poles, like, it's been really bad to not be able to play them because a 75-point character makes them obsolete.
Oh, I tell you what, I can't wait till after retirement, because the first big events after retirement, people are going to just bitch and bitch and bitch about there's no way of getting around rollouts. And everybody's going to have rollouts that can't be taken care of. And, oh, hey, there's this piece called Arachnite that just gets even better because there's no Necrosword. Oh, hey, Carnage Silver Surfer? Yeah, he gets way better now. So,
yeah, but at least, like,
hope everybody's, gonna Zach Brazier it for a while, because 5s and 6s, here we go. And then you got Spider-Man, and then you got tarot cards that's gonna give you +1. So, I mean,
my only fear after retirement is Apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm playing 300-point.
That's the real problem figure post-retirement with Power Rangers going away. I'm fine with rollouts. I play a dice game. I'm fine with it.
Okay,
I was
okay.
fine with it until they succeeded on a 2.
Mirror Message. You succeed on a 2. Then they roll a 1.
But then
But did they have-
no. But
did they
here's the
have the
thing:
star up?
your opponent
it's
has
got
the
a
star
6.
card. Your opponent has the star card up, and then you have like Ace of Wands up that gives you +1 to your roll, like single die roll. So like everybody, I'm just gonna sit back with my popcorn and just let it all.
Sounds like you need to play a lot of Pulse Wave and Poison.
Okay, what's in modern? I mean, who knows? Notorious could have something that's.
Yeah, and then we'll have Wheels of Vengeance. Like,
Yeah, Wheels of Vengeance, we're going to have a lot of RAM and just like, I don't know.
Just give
We're
it.
going to have the Doctor Strange that gives the rune marker and gets rid of the powers.
TJ, you better find a third teammate. If you will that into existence.
As instantly just quits HeroClix and like sells all of his stuff on Facebook for like $3.50, and he's just like F whiz kids and like just.
I mean, hear me out. Double power action, Crimson Bands of Sidorak. You can't use powers.
I'd play
One
it.
character.
I'd play it.
One
Deal with
character?
it.
Double power?
Yeah, one character. The one character double power.
If it's appropriately costed, I'm actually okay with that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
on to other.
Yeah.
So anyway, we just got on a tangent there about Scarlet Witch.
Sure.
But,
I haven't talked about Clix in a while.
I mean, here's my thing. Like, I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to be able to go play some of the, like, I mean, it's been a fun team to play for the past, 6-7 months. And
Sure.
it's just like, man, I just don't get to, like, have that one last hurrah with it. But, I mean, it is what it is. Gotta be a grown-up. But, on that end, like, how have you prepared? Now, I'm talking like, you're going to say, oh, I've practiced. But, like, how do you prepare, or what are you packing in your bag to, like, make sure you're good for Worlds?
Mine's real easy. I'm not really packing anything but dice. Because I have to borrow everything.
Just don't forget your dice.
Yeah, I've got my little box packed up with my dice and a couple of like the maps that I have that I know I'm gonna want to use for teams. So like Negative Zone, Morlock Tunnels, Krakoa. Like I've got those packed up, but other than that, I'm borrowing everything. So
Yeah.
But yeah, don't forget like your terrain markers, maps. Make sure you have maps that you want to use.
Yeah.
How about you, TJ? What are you bringing other than your team?
Yeah, it's the team is the most important, but it's packed and ready. And then I'm bringing the big box of all the stuff that people might potentially need to borrow when they inevitably forget something.
Or you change your mind on your team and you're like, oh man, we gotta go Warlock Sword.
Right, the random Warlock Sword.
No, we can't have
8
Warlock
a.m. change.
All the Warlock swords on Clixed Off are accounted for.
Pretty
All
much.
yeah, they kind of are.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy how many Warlock swords are in use this time. But yeah, the same things like maps, my specific dice and tokens that I'm going to use the entire weekend because I refuse to change. The same outfit that I will wear for Team Worlds as I wore last year.
Sam, I was listening to the last episode, and TJ was like, as knows, I'm superstitious. I'm like, I'm right there with you, buddy.
I mean, I just like TJ's like, we gotta get back to the house because I gotta do laundry, and we're like, okay. He's like, I gotta wear the same outfit that I wore Thursday, and I'm like,
Yep.
Okay. That's cool, but everybody has their thing. Is anybody taking our special like stuffed animal or, special blanket or the pillow that I feel like
Taking my pajama pants.
Well, that's good to know. As that you're not gonna sleep in
I appreciate this.
TJ's like, I'm in the room.
I'm remembering to bring my girlfriend this year.
That's good. Don't leave her on the
I don't
side.
know. That seems like a change from last year.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I didn't have a girlfriend last year.
Oh man, it'll be fine. You guys are gonna do just fine.
I'm just hoping it's Avengers and not Notorious, but that's just me.
I do have to say, like, if I was going, I know something that I always pack in my bag is I always try to get some snacks. I always try to pack like some Starburst or, like granola bars or something in my bag just because, you're playing for 3-4 hours and in between rounds you don't really get a chance to like eat, but you feel like your sugar's kind of low. So I always have like some sort of Starburst or something that won't spoil in my bag, and then water. Drink plenty of water. Don't be that person that just like doesn't eat or drink for like 8 hours and then at the end of the night like feels really bad, and it's not worth it.
That's how I do things. That is what I do.
I'm gonna remember to pack my water bottle, and like personal experiences so I've been playing a lot of Flesh and Blood this year, and when I was at the Pro Tour back in the early summer, I didn't eat nor did I have water, and I had a headache so bad by the end of round 3 I dropped from the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
There was still 4 more rounds of the tournament, and I dropped because I felt.
I don't think people realize how many calories you actually burn by playing, because you're standing up, you're sitting down, you're walking around, like you're mentally, in the game.
Yeah,
you're
just the mental
always
gymnastics of the game is.
And then your adrenaline goes up, and then it goes down. Your stress goes up, it goes down. Like at the end of the day, you're just like. That's why when we take you guys to B-dubs, you guys are just like, wings, hunger, feed me. And the amount of food that's intake, it's like, gosh. But I just suggest, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about what to pack, just take care of yourself. Like, it is a game, but take your snacks, take your water,
And it's nice for, at least with this venue, for any of our new people who are going to Graceland for the first time. There's a stand right outside the hall where we play that sells like hot dogs and nachos and water and soda drinks, stuff like that. So if you didn't come fully prepared, don't be afraid to just kind of walk out and pay a little bit more, but make sure you take care of yourself.
And one thing I do like about the Graceland Worlds is that, if you drive, like you can drive your car across the street and park it, and you could easily walk out to your vehicle, like during break. Like if your game gets over, you can walk out to the truck and get a cooler of water and have plenty of refreshments and stuff. So I do like that. It's not like Gen Con where you pretty much have to like pack.
You can't leave.
You can't. Well, it's not easily accessible. Like your car's not easily accessible. You're kind of stuck in this convention where at Worlds it's like you've got some space to like go do something.
And even like walking out to your car just to get fresh air. Mm-hmm. Like I've noticed that's a big deal for me too. Is like I can just get out away from like all of the bodies and just kind of take in the fresh air. Granted, hopefully it's not going to be super hot. It was kind of hot last year.
It was incredibly hot last year.
And remember to get sausage McMuffins at McDonald's.
If you guys go to McDonald's, you guys know that
we're going to.
Dude, and TJ, I still have not ate McDonald's breakfast since then.
At least
like a couple of months
Friday
ago.
morning, we are going to McDonald's, and I'm having the breakfast burritos.
Yep.
This is the superstition coming out.
Sure is.
I'm serious. Like Daniel the other day was like, "Hey, I had McDonald's breakfast," and like my stomach just was like, oh. Like, and you know, like, it's like one of those drinking nights. You know, everybody has that drinking night where they're like, I can't drink Fireball, I can't drink tequila. It's like, I can't have McDonald's breakfast because of what we did at Worlds last year. Like, it's still...
We had McDonald's breakfast every day at Worlds.
Every freaking day. Like, it's still hard for me even to kind of eat the regular food. Like, Theo loves their Happy Meals. Like, what kid does not like their Happy Meals? But, and like, there's times I'm like, oh, I'll just grab like a McChicken. And I'm still like, I don't know. I'll just have a Diet Coke. I'll be okay. Like, it's like, I think about taking that shot of tequila and I'm like, oh, I remember. Nope, that's I'm good. So, I mean, you guys have got to go eat the barbecue place, though.
Yeah, Marlowe's.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I'm kind of upset that I won't be able to have that, but it's okay. It's fine.
I want to try to
send you pictures.
Yeah, we absolutely will.
Oh, thank you.
I want to try to go to Lou's this year. I think it's like a mile from Graceland, but it's apparently like the best fried chicken in Memphis. I saw Scott D'Agostino post about it today. And I'm like, oh, I like fried chicken.
Is there anything you don't like?
Yeah, I'm actually a really picky eater when it comes to food that's good for you.
Anything green, doesn't like.
Yeah, I get my salads with just lettuce and croutons.
I thought you were gonna say I get my salad with no lettuce, just bacon and cheese.
Well, I'm also from Pittsburgh, so we put French fries and mozzarella cheese on our salads.
What?
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a Pittsburgh thing.
TJ, did you know that?
No.
Yeah, our grilled chicken salads come with mozzarella cheese and French fries.
I don't know how to process this.
I know. I feel like I'm speechless, and that's very rare.
This explains a lot about Steelers fans.
Yes. I was kind of thinking that, too. By the way, onto just a side note, did everybody see that Rogers got hurt in, like, the third play tonight?
Yeah.
I don't want
Choke.
Scored. I'm really glad that he's on my fantasy team.
Oh, why in the heck would you put him on your fantasy team, DJ?
Because he scores a lot of points.
No, he does not. He
gets injured.
I knew he was going to get injured. Like, that's a joke.
Are you one of those fantasy players that, like, when your star player that you picked gets hurt, you turn into the dad, Cedric Diggory's dad from Harry Potter? My boy! You killed my boy!
My boy!
Not that bad.
I tell you, like, I try to get into a fantasy league, but, like, no one around here, like, I mean, you guys have met Daniel Powell. He is not doing a fantasy football league.
No.
But I try to get into him here, but I just can't find, like, a team to be on or whatever. And it's funny because my dad is at one at work. And last year, he missed the draft for his work one. And so he just basically just put it on auto draft, and he just let it fly. Like, whatever the system gave him, he just took. My dad won. He never changed a thing. He just let the computer system do it, and he won. And his whole, like, department and stuff were like, WTF. Like, and my dad was like, I just kind of let the system roll. Like...
Trust the process.
Trust the process. But anyway.
Jeez.
So, okay, do you guys want to tell the listeners what you're playing? For singles. I mean, if you want to, you can. If not, I mean, I respect that.
Okay.
You want to start, or you want me to start?
Well, I can start with mine because mine is much less entertaining than yours. Because mine is the same team from Nationals coming back again. With the Scarlet Witch, the Saki, the MOE, Venom Mags, Mad Gem, Green Lantern. We're doing that again.
I wouldn't change it.
I'm well practiced on it.
I was just saying,
Scarlet Witch, just sideline stuff gets changed around. We've tweaked it a little bit, but I've been playing Scarlet Witch since January, very, very consistently. So, in preparation for this event, so I'm not changing it now.
I know there was a time where Dan was like, I think I'm going to change it to this. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, I mean, this. I'm like, why? Like, I would just keep your team. Like, it's good. Like, every team has its weakness. So, just depends on what kind of matchup you get.
I mean, This is, I think, iteration 24 of the team or something, but the base is the same. Just the fluff around it has gotten better and better over time.
I think adding the Green Lantern really has helped that team a lot. More than
Green. So good. It's so underplayed.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, it's kind of hard to get because the card was easy to get, I feel like, but I think the figure itself is just hard because, like, either you had it in your collection, but it is a KC Green Lantern that there are people that have it that don't want to give it up because it's a very good piece to have in their collection. They want to collect those KCs, so.
Yep. And from what I remember, it was a lot of people's like favorite KC piece.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I mean, even before the card came out that revamped it, it was still at over $100 piece. Like, so it wasn't like it was.
They did.
Yeah.
They did the ruling where you can play the purple ringed one, so that helped a little.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Nate played the purple ring one at Nationals, so I think they said that was fine because it's all the same.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
That's it. I'm gonna get a purple Sharpie now and start drawing purple rings around my things. And be like, sorry, I mean, he said purple ring things, right? Okay, well, I mean, TJ, it's a solid team. I know the team very well.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
I feel like you're going to do just fine. And then, Az, what are you playing? I know you're playing some sort of shenanigans. It's just great.
Oh boy. So, where you said that every team has its weakness, I went into this build knowing that I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to lose to everything that's meta. But I was kind of just having fun. Like I said, I haven't played since January, and I'm like, just give me something that's kind of like simplistic that I can kind of just run and not think too much and have some fun. Because I'm really only playing singles out of convenience since I'm going to be there for teams. Now is the main event that I wanted to play for. So, I'm playing a Cosmic theme team. We're a +5 Cosmic theme. We're playing Mephisto with Kid Thanos, Saint Walker, Mad Jim Jaspers, a Scott Crampton Pog, and the piece de resistance of the team, 150-point play-at-home Shaggy. Cosmic Energy, Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
I really think your team is going to do better than you think.
It's possible. I can actually get some decent matchups.
Saint Walker with Shaggy is going to be disgusting.
Yeah, and so on my sideline for Mad Jim, well, so for MOE, I have Iron Inquisitor, Ghost Goblin, and Killmonger for my swap-ins, so I actually can swap into another ranged threat. Kid Thanos is actually a really good taxi for the rest of the team after Shaggy gets DK'd. And then Killmonger and Inquisitor for some defense. But then I have All Black, the Necrosword, a Darkhold, and Warlock. So mainly against like Carnage Surfers and them, I'm giving Shaggy the All Black, and I'm going, 14 for 7 on somebody, or 14 for 6 on somebody. And that one shot's Carnage Silver Surfer, and zoinks, dude.
Yeah. I think you're going to do better than you think. Kid Thanos...
Yeah, the Shaggy is kind of like hard to take down if you don't have a Power Racer, because he's just full long dial of invincible, with Steel Energy that also, if you KO something, he gets to heal 3 clicks halfway down the dial.
Doesn't Kid Thanos do something really cool? I think I played against one at Nationals.
He has a damage power that he gets later on down the dial, or if you play him at 100.
You're playing at low?
I'm playing him at 50.
Okay.
But he has good, like, his movement power is phase and teleport passenger 4, and when he's given a move action after resolutions, he gets to deal 1 damage to each adjacent opposing character, which is good. But then his damage power is prob, and when he uses it to reroll an opposing attack, if it misses, give the attacker an action token. But for 50 points, you get the movement power, so Ataxi. He has prob himself. He gives you the Mephisto access for the swap-ins. So yeah. And then, Saint Walker is really good.
You can do that. His movement power wouldn't be bad to do, too. Just it gets, like...
Yeah. Just to get 1 damage. Like, a Kid Thanos will kill my Scott Crampton every time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Scott Crampton with Saint Walker is also hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Because I crit on an 11 to 12, and Scott can only deal damage on crits, and he has 4 damage. So Scott can hit somebody for 6.
Oh wow!
Because Saint Walker also has enhancement.
Yeah, he's got Saint Walker is a very good piece that I think is underplayed right now.
Yeah, and I felt like I needed somebody with TK, but I also wanted that TK to come with constructs.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to have multiple ways of, like, okay, so I can get carried up, make the fire hydrant, clear 2 squares, then Shaggy can come in, pick up a 3rd one to get through, 3 lines of barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put a little bit of thought into the team. I was originally going to play full point Venom God of Symbiotes, and then I was like, I was listening to a podcast. I don't remember who I was listening to, but they mentioned Shaggy, and I was like, wait a second. And then I went looking, and I'm like, why wouldn't I just play this? It's better.
Yeah. It's good. So, I think you'll do better than you think.
I honestly do too.
I mean, you're gonna surprise some people when they're like, oh, you're playing Shaggy, and then like you'll be like, all right, there's 6 damage to your piece and you're dead, and you're like,
plus knockback that can't be reduced because of Necrosword.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously hoping to at least have a winning record. I'm not expecting much, even if it's like I'm more not expecting much out of myself just because of how rusty I am. But maybe it's like riding a bike.
Are you building a silver themed team?
No, I don't play silver.
Oh, come on! You could do monsters.
Silver is worse than modern.
No. Like, here's the thing. Playing at Nationals, people are not playing like all the crazy silver stuff. They're probably like playing like silver equipment, like a spin ring or something. They're usually playing modern teams. Like, you can play your monsters just fine.
I mean, honestly, if I end up playing in a theme event, I'll just play this and just get a couple of reps on it.
That's fair.
That's fair.
If I can. But I'm probably not going to because, I have my girlfriend there. I want to spend some time with her. I'll also talk to some people I haven't seen in a while.
Gotcha.
But, and honestly, like, for me, Clix is kind of like riding a bike. Like, once I just kind of get into it, I don't really forget.
Okay.
There's some new stuff that I have to, like, keep in mind that I haven't really played with. Like, the new, like... Luckily, I played with Knockback. Like, that's nothing new, but, like, the terrain and stuff. And small maps will be interesting.
Have you played since the decrease to the minimum ranges?
No. I know they exist.
They mess with you sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Because you think you have ranges and you don't.
I've definitely been calculating, like, all of them. Because, like, I don't practice a lot, but I sit and, like, I brainstorm, and that's really a theory a lot. Last year when I was playing my Apocalypse team, I had the most prep into that team because I just theoried while I was sitting at work. Mm-hmm. But so as I'm, like, calculating out ranges and everything, I'm like, I'll start counting, and I'm like, nope, it's 4. I only get 4 for, like, my TKs. Making sure that I'm counting out, probs correctly for when the rest of the squad get moves up. So it's definitely tripped me up a little bit in prepping, but I'm glad that I did the mental gymnastics to do the prep so that I won't forget it come, Saturday.
Huge.
Yeah. Well, I'm super pumped for you guys. I think you guys got two great teams. Obviously, I would love my husband to win, so you guys could fight for second place.
If Dan wins, that's just basically like TJ winning.
Hey, now. So, what I mean, like, real quick, what do you think is going to do well at Worlds? Like, do you think it's going to be another Scarlet Witch?
I don't know.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of Spider-Man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Spider-Man. I think Masters of Evil is probably going to run away with the most played pieces. Just because there's
for sure.
So many teams.
Yeah.
Like, a 50-point commitment is like nothing. Well, 80 points Mephisto.
I feel like if you're not going theme like the Scarab build, you just start with 80 points and you build from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go MOE, Mephisto, and then you build something from there, because the constant motion of taking tokens off and healing, there's just no reason not to now.
I am a little worried about a particular team that I have heard about certain players playing with like 5 Scarabs.
Yeah. Oh.
Because it abuses the time platform, and I've thought that interaction needed to be nipped in the bud a long time ago.
Yeah. Scarab needed to be nipped a long time ago. What are we talking about?
It's true. The problem with Scarab was there was like no way to really like errata him or nerf him that didn't just make him outright unplayable. Like, his power is so unique and so like oddly working that it's so hard to change.
Yeah.
Other than just like, don't let him get free when you use this equipment, destroy it.
I mean, they
Like,
could
just
have.
make him do that.
They could have made it a double power action, or they could have made it they could have gave it a range. Like, within his range of 6 is when he could do it. You know.
For the copy, well, he has to be adjacent to copy.
No, I'm talking about to be able to.
Oh, to draw a line of fire.
Yeah, you know, like if you want to draw a line of fire, it needs to be within his range of 6. Like.
Sure.
I think he would still be playable. I think he would still be playable, but I think you wouldn't be able to sit back and just snipe.
He would have to mix it up.
Yeah. So I don't think that team's going to do very well. I think it's going to take a lot of.
I don't either. I just don't want to play against it.
I think it's that player is going to have to really know their interactions, their timings, their. It is definitely a PJ Boland kind of team. Just
it
because,
is an Adam Friedman team.
And a Friedman team, just because you really
and he's the one playing it.
Because you really have to think about your order of actions, your order of free actions, and then just your overall placement, and like that team just gives me a headache just trying to think about what to do. It is not. I mean, like, if you think that they're just sitting back and doing nothing, you're wrong. They're really having to think a lot about, like, if they make one wrong movement, they're done. Like,
and that team is trying to abuse interactions that like a lot of people don't know about. So just something to keep in mind. Like, it just gives you more to think about as your opponent, as the opponent. So it's an interesting team, and I really don't want to play against it.
Yeah.
No. I want that team to get matched up against Merlin.
Oh, have we? I mean, I don't. By the way, I don't think Alex is playing Merlin.
Stop trying to. I'll say what I always tell Alex. Stop trying to make Merlin happen.
But Merlin has happened already.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Has it done anything?
Merlin won Michigan.
Yeah.
It's not a good figure.
As?
He doesn't do anything.
It's not what he does.
What?
It's what you don't get to do?
Yes, exactly.
I guess.
Like, you need to be in the right mind frame here. Like, he basically says, you know, you want to sidestep? Okay, you can sidestep, but you're not doing all the other stuff you want to do.
If I can't plan my turn around having 4 free actions, that's on me.
Okay. You say that.
I mean,
it is not as easy as you think.
I mean, my team doesn't have 4 free actions, so.
Right. So if I play against Merlin, I lose 75% of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Is gone.
And I might just be speaking from looking in the window at HeroClix for a while and not having been in the trenches for a bit. But,
you know what?
So this might be the perfect meta for him, and I'm just kind of a crotchety old man who's
I'm telling you,
remembering what I said a year ago.
I'm telling you, someone's going to play it, and I feel like, you know, if someone plays Merlin and they get, like, they make top cut, we're having them on this show.
Sure.
Yes.
Like, I don't care who it is. They make top 32 with Merlin, you're on sudden death. We'll have you on. And Az is going to have to eat his words and say,
my first question: what did Merlin do?
What did Merlin do?
What was it, Merlin, or was it the other 250 points?
You know what?
I mean, the Merlin double sinister Saturnine thing is
that's
less than fun to deal with.
You're not wrong. That's honestly a team that I'm worried about because I don't have Pulse.
Yeah, Saturnine. I feel like that's a piece that is very underplayed. And I'm not. Yeah. I mean, I get it, like with Scarlet Witch being out there, but like, I feel like, obviously, you know, I feel like Scarlet Witch is going to do well. MOE is going to do well. I think you're going to see some APOC stuff do well. The Grand Prize APOC stuff. And I lost my train of thought. What I really want to do well, and just one last hurrah, go out in the blaze of glory.
Mr. Faust.
No one's playing Faust but me, because everybody else is stupid and doesn't want to play Faust because he's the greatest piece out there.
Faust, great.
But Sky Tyrant. I want Sky Tyrant to go out one last event and do really well.
Why?
Because he's good. I've always enjoyed playing him.
He's had his day.
Hey, he can have one more day.
What is a figure that or a figure or maybe even archetype that like is kind of like your underdog?
Saint Walker.
Ooh.
Okay. Like something that's not really been represented a lot or hasn't really seen much play that you think could be like the breakout of the weekend. Saint Walker is a good pick.
I think people underestimate Saint Walker a lot, and I've been on the opposite end of that, and it's not fun.
Yeah, I mean, just 5 range empower with a perplex behind it is
enhancement, and then he has all the constructs, so he's been able to just like, here's a stop sign, here's a boot.
What I want to see is Prime Wonder Woman, but I don't think it's there.
She's there after retirement.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's really good after retirement. But I haven't really kept up what's coming out in Notorious, so who knows? There's probably something in that that's like, nope, she sucks. What do you think about Az? What do you think's an underdog that's...
I would love to see Prime Gamora from War of the Realms.
What are you smoking, Az? Like, are you...
Why is Az like, I hate Power Racers? This one I like.
Well, it only does defense powers.
Those are the only ones that matter.
and it's only when she single targets. So it's like it's like I said, Cosmo is like the fair power rate, so she is also fair. But I always liked this figure, and I tried to make it work for a bit. I don't think she's playable now that exospecs aren't legal anymore. Because like you just needed to be able to give her stealth or a running shot.
Nathaniel Richards.
You can't give her a speed power. Though.
Can you not?
No, you can only give her an attack power with Richards.
Isn't there like the Black Symbiote gives her stealth?
It can give her stealth, yeah, but the reason Exospec was so good is you could give her stealth or running shot. So she had like a melee or a range option.
Right.
But yeah, if you could get her to...
But she still has, I mean, to be honest, like you give her, if you have a TK, you TK her at 4, she's got a range of 7 with triple bolts. Like, you don't need the running shot.
Yeah, and especially if you play on like a smaller map. So like smaller maps are much better for her. But yeah, where she can just kind of come in, maybe shoot a Scarlet Witch. If you can get through the shape change, then you can just kill Scarlet Witch. Takes a little more work to get through.
She can be outwitted though, so that's...
She can be. That's why you need to give her stealth. Granted, it doesn't help against Scarlet Witch, who has IT hindering, but...
I mean, we just play Gamora, Venom Mags, Kazar, and then she charges and kills something.
Do her and Kazar share a keyword?
Warrior.
Let's go. I'm all on board with that. But like she also then has like a really cool part of that power of when she multi-targets, she doesn't split damage.
Yeah, I was reading that. So
she pairs really well with Saint Walker too. Granted, that's not a theme team, but it wasn't with Venom Mags anyway.
No, but here's the thing. But she deals her printed damage value.
Oh, okay. That's
so
right.
You can't. Yeah, I mean, you could do it with Saint Walker for just like her single attack or whatever, but
yeah.
But still, that's putting 4 to everybody, which that's
and she has a team ability that I think a lot of people underestimated. So when I played her, I was playing her with Flash. The Guardians of the Galaxy team ability is actually really good because you can't have your combat values negatively modified.
Yeah. Which, I mean, in all honesty, we're losing probably one of the best pieces of equipment.
Rest in peace, Emo
No. The Darkhold.
Oh. I don't count that as a negative modifier.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, like, I mean, the Darkhold itself is just, like, one of the best pieces of equipment, and we're losing that just because that basically gave you one of the 3 best powers of the game, Outwit, Prob, or Perplex.
Yeah. Losing Cloak of Levitation, too, which I'm actually a little sad about. Like, Cloak was just a really good support equipment. Maybe undercosted. It probably could have cost 10 and we'd still all play it. But yeah, so that's Prime Gamora is my dark horse. Oh. I'm the only one that ever played her, so it's not going to happen.
All right, well, Az doesn't like Power Racers, but picks a Power Racer. Okay. So on the next thing, what's an upcoming set or piece that you're looking forward to?
Well, I've been very vocal about this. I'm excited for Wheels of Vengeance because I am super excited about Sleipnir. And I'm anticipating being disappointed, but I'm going to play him anyway. For anybody who doesn't know, Sleipnir is Odin's 8-legged horse. I'm a very big Asgardian and Norse mythology fan, so having Sleipnir being Clixed for the first time is pretty exciting.
I feel like this is like the, when a Thor comes out, as it's like, this Thor better be good.
That was me in Empire.
Thor and then it's like, it's going to be a great sculpt. Here it goes. And then it's shit.
It is a great sculpt, too. That's why I'm 100% anticipating being let down. But, yeah, I get let down by Asgardian figures.
I'm telling you, we got to see some of that stuff at Gen Con. I mean, they were like some of the sculpts, and
yeah, it's
going to be really a cool set. Like,
yes,
I'm excited for that set.
And that is why my pick is the Ghost Rider on the surfboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the big Phoenix Force looking wave behind him.
God, that's so cool.
I mean,
That
they're
is
going to have
my
to make the boosters
most-
bigger because that is going to be able to. You're going to be able to feel that.
That set has the glow in the dark effects too, right?
Yes. And this is one of the pieces that does the glow in the dark. So it's anything with the orange base, I believe is what they said, does the glow in the dark thing.
Okay, awesome.
I'm just
Hopefully
saying, like, you're
hopefully
going to be able to feel that in a booster. Like, you're going to be able to be like, yep, that's a big piece. Like,
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
they.
it's gotta be.
I'm thinking maybe they go back to like the shape of like the AI packs, like the more square, less rectangular.
please don't. I mean, oh my gosh, that was so much trash. And if they
That's
do those stupid baggies, like,
Yeah, then everything's broken again.
oh yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, because everything's flopping around in there. For me, I don't have a particular piece, but I'm really looking forward to the holiday set coming out because they have the little Groots from like the little shorts.
Mhm.
Like he's gonna be like all in like his like little cool things. I hope they're just fun. Like I'm gonna have to get a set for my desk at work because I just feel like they're gonna be super cute and
Yeah, I think that set it looks pretty fun too.
just
'cause that's,
fun. Yeah, I mean you're gonna have
Yes.
some hot and heavy stuff with Notorious, Wheels of Vengeance. I mean they announced some other sets that are just gonna be like what they say is gonna be just breaking for. I mean, isn't that there's a DC set coming out that they said we've never done this before, and it's gonna be nice that you're gonna have Disney Plus set too, with She-Hulk and stuff. But I'm really looking forward to just like some fun,
fun sets.
yeah.
I mean, they've already done something with a DC set this year that they've never done before. They released a second one in the same year.
Oh,
It has been a long time since they've done that.
Because it's hard to remember that BTU came out this year.
I know. Like, we went from having nothing to like 7 sets, and then we're like, wonder why everybody.
Yeah, everybody was worried when Rebirth rotated out. It's like we're not gonna have any DC sets. We're only gonna have Wonder Woman. And then it's like, well, now you've got like 3 sets.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming out. That's interesting. I know you guys are. I knew that Az, you would be all excited about the Wheel of Vengeance. That's gonna be like your set that you're just.
Yeah, because there's like I'm hoping another character that I'm hoping comes out of that set is a new Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, specifically with the Charger.
Yes, please.
Because it's my favorite version of Ghost Rider because Chargers and Challengers are my favorite car. So
I would never say that about me.
me and TJ became very, very good friends last year.
What was I gonna say? Man, I just lost my thoughts tonight. Oh, I guess I guess WizKids didn't really like our idea of the Disney set, TJ. I mean, I really thought we had great with, Tinkerbell and Pinocchio and stuff, but guess that didn't.
There's still a chance.
I'd play Peter Pan 100%.
Well, TJ was saying Tinkerbell carrying over Hulk or something.
It'd be amazing. We use Ant-Man to make Hulk tiny. Tinkerbell carries him across the map.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Perfect.
Power action, she sprinkles what is it? Is it fairy
Pixie
dust
dust?
or pixie dust, and then I mean, we have ideas. We just
They're already instituting coin flips, so she could have a power of when she would be KO'd, you can clap your hands once per game, and she's not KO'd.
Yes.
You believe in fairies?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so the coin flip. So if Notorious is the set,
Oh yeah, we should probably talk about that.
are we going to be upset if we only get one of the two faces in a brick?
Probably. It's a super rare, right?
Right, so the odds are low to get both of them.
Yeah, I'm probably upset. Granted, like, so you and I haven't really gotten to talk about teams.
No.
I want it to be Avengers just from a power level standpoint. Because I was looking through like Notorious, and the CURs are like seem really rough for a team sealed event. So I'm curious what your stance on was, like, if you would rather it be Notorious just because like pre-release, or if you care more about the power level of the figures.
So last year I played Monarch and the White Priestess
Oh, I remember.
on my team. So the power level is, and Danny Moonstar. So power level is not
Danny
a super
Moonstar was
super-
your common Thanos.
Yeah. So it's like, I think with the right mindset or with the right building ideas, it's you sync the right powers up. It's not. I think we're able to figure it out.
Yeah. I was a little worried with, like, because it seems like a lower powered set, it's going to be harder for me, but maybe I'm just overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just be like, here's Superman. Play the Superman.
I mean, yeah, so obviously I didn't look at like the super rares because I'm like, well, we're just going to play our super rares. I'm pretty sure there's no, like, what was it, Red Oak or Red Forest or whoever the truck guy was.
There's if you only get one, two.
Oh, that's true. If we do only get one Two-Face.
I kind of hope it's Notorious for you guys. But
I mean, I'm going to play it regardless. Unless they, like, tell me it's War of the Realms.
But then you could play Gamora.
Like, yeah, we'll try Gamora.
Wow, TJ. That's like... I mean, out from RKO out of nowhere, here comes TJ Wheeler just with an RKO, just like, and you can play Prime Gamora. Bam!
I did say that was my dark horse pick. Let's go.
No,
I get to play her full points at that point.
Here's my thing. I hope it's kind of Notorious for you guys, just because, like, everybody, like, people haven't played it in, like, pre-releases and stuff. So, like, I feel like everybody would be playing it for the first time. Like, yeah, you can see the dials and stuff on, and you can study stuff, but, like, when you play a set for a while, you kind of learn things. You learn the tricks, and you're like, oh, hey, I played this with this, and it worked really well. Like, yeah, if you look on Realms, you don't really think about it working well, but it worked really well in gameplay.
Yeah, I know, like, so doing the set review, or the Team Worlds, Team World Sealed review that we did last year before Worlds really, really helped me in my prep for the event, which is how, like, I knew to just lean into, we're playing every copy of Storm we get, preferably on the same team. And, like, I found the figures that I thought were, like, really good, and I'm worried about going to Notorious that, one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, and two, we don't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So figuring out builds with a new set that you don't really know, with as much, if they give us more build time this year, then I'm more okay with it. But if they give us the same amount of build time we had last year, I'm worried.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I'll just throw things at you while you're walking to your first match, and you'll put it under your team.
I'll tell you what.
I was building my sideline as we went.
What we did is, like, I went ahead and got, like, our build sheets, like, filled out as much as I could. Like, we kind of already knew, like, the maps we wanted. Like, each of us had certain maps that were like, these are just good general maps for teams. And then I had those filled out. I had our names filled out. Like, so all I had to do was, like, when we bust open the brick, it was like, okay, get the super rares out, get the Chaser Prime out, and then, okay, here's like the rares, and we kind of sorted it by like who's got certain keywords, or who's our dark horses that we knew that was good. And then once they kind of had a team built and was like, okay, this is one team, then I started writing that on the sheet. You know, like you kind of designate that person to start writing sheets. So like if you need a little extra time building, you're not, like usually you have your one team, you're like, okay, boom, one team done. It's those last two that are like kind of hard to formulate.
Yeah, but even with like the prep that I had going in last year, we were, like TJ said, he was literally throwing figures at me as we were walking to our first round. And I was like, right as we were walking, I was writing my sideline. And that was, I knew what the figures did.
Yeah. Well.
So, that's, you know, maybe that's a skill set that like has to be flexed a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out.
I mean,
I guess the positive news about the sets, the like commons and uncommons being more simplistic, is they don't really do a lot of special things.
That's fair. I can ignore most of them.
well, yeah, but
the rares though there are some pretty good rares though.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like the target mechanic is going to be something
like,
we have to think about. Like I think all three teams need a target.
Well, I was even like, so as we were like talking about the set, like Deadshot and Ra's al Ghul, if you pull them together, the two rares, make a very good, like, if you can also get a barrier on that team, like you can just snipe somebody, get points, and then just kind of chill, and then you just do it again next turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think the rares are where you'll see more of the power. Commons and uncommons, like TJ said, much more specific, or much more simplistic.
Wouldn't it be just hilarious if they're like, okay, Team Worlds is Disney Plus. Not Disney Plus 2, but Disney Plus, and it's like, here's one last ride for Scarlet Witch.
All right, one team is playing Strange Supreme, a Cloak of Levitation. Hopefully you got one, and some other and some Wongs and stuff. There's one team.
There's one team. That'd be the time you pull the Gamora brick.
That Gamora is probably okay in sealed with smaller maps.
Okay, okay.
She had like hypersonic. She had like a decent like movement hypersonic. Like,
I think so.
But I think Ultron is the worst pull there in that set.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that.
But that's not gonna be. It's not gonna be it. It's gonna be a good set.
Or they're like, here's old Trinity War stuff.
Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, dude. Don't knock that set. That was a good set.
That was like the first booster pack I ever bought because I got in like
I'm telling you, that wouldn't be bad to play in Seal just because of all the Shield TAs and just like.
Actually, let's take me back to my root.
Monica
my roots
Chain.
of Hero.
You could do Monica Chain. Like you could just like, oh man,
you just pull Balls of Fury and you just.
Oh yeah, but hey,
there's my team of Nighthawk Prime and Nick Fury. Yep. Let's go.
Or we go back to my roots of when I first started playing HeroClix competitively. Secret Wars Battle World.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a rough one. That was a rough set, man.
I played, so when I first started playing, like a couple of months after I started, was the WKOs that were using that set for sealed. I won my first WKO because I pulled Regent.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you pull Regent, you just win, right?
I pulled Regent and Bushmaster, and I'm like, there's my team.
There's just pull Regent, and you're just like, GG.
Yeah.
Like, I still remember the Rock Cup that we played that in, and we got second. Lane, Dale, and I. I was sicker than a dog because I was pregnant and no one knew it, but I was trying to keep it from people, so I felt horrible. Did not win a single game during Swiss. I think I won one game Swiss. We made it to finals, and I won in finals. I beat Paris, and I'm like, okay, we got this. Like, oh, And then Daniel and Lane both lost. Lane faced the Regent, and then Daniel missed an 8 like 3 times. So
Ooh.
I was like, all day they carried me, and I was like, all right, I actually won a game. Like, and then, but it was a rough set. Like, it was.
It wasn't a great set, but I enjoyed it. I had good memories of it.
Well, you pulled very well, so. But...
And that was also the team world set of my first worlds that we got top 16 in, where I played Spider Queen, and that was the best figure we pulled.
Are you guys playing Pulp?
I'll watch it. I'm not gonna. Isn't Pulp on Friday, or is Theme on Friday?
Pulp's on Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Thursday night.
One of them is Friday.
Because Pulp is Thursday night, and Friday is Teams.
I think Friday is Teams and Theme.
Yeah. No.
Yes, that's correct.
No, I think Saturday is Theme.
Saturday is Modern.
I know, but I think Theme is after Modern. I think they're starting that later. I think...
Oh, okay.
I think Pulp is Thursday night, Friday is Teams, and then Saturday is Modern, and then in like mid-afternoon they start the Theme. Because if you do horrible in singles, you technically could drop out and go Theme.
Yeah.
So.
I'm probably not playing in Pulp, just because I've not looked at the format, so I know there are very like linear kind of pigeonhole teams that you want to play, and I don't have any of those figures.
Well, I have plenty of it, so if you want to play Pulse Wave and more Pulse Wave and some more Pulse Wave, just let us know.
I could play that format because Party Thor is a very good figure in that format.
Again, you gotta have Pulse Wave.
Pulse Wave with action tokens.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Just saying, is
Pulp Highlander?
I don't know. I'm not playing in it.
I assume so. TJ, do you know?
Say that again?
Is Pulp Highlander?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'd have to find figures that go with Party Thor. I can't just play 6 Party Thors.
You play Party Thor and Deathstroke and Blue Marvel.
Oh, but then I'm just like everybody else.
That's what Pulp is.
Oh, is that how the format is?
Yeah, because it's people
complain or your dice replacing. That's your options.
Yeah, because people complain about how minimalistic the meta is, but then you go play Pulp and it's like, well, you better have Pulse Wave on your team. It's like,
I mean,
I want somebody, as if you don't play, this is your job for the podcast. You have to go count how many Party Thors are played.
Sure.
That's the standard Pulse Wave piece, right, TJ? I mean, Party Thor is
I think it's the second best Pulse Wave piece.
It's
Blue Marvel.
Number 3. It's Blue. Right. It's Deathstroke and Blue Marvel, and then Party Thor.
Yeah.
Okay, well then count each one of those. Like, just be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you just be like, there's a Deathstroke, there's a Blue Marvel, there's a Party Thor.
So if I play in Pulp, I'm probably playing my X-Men team. That's Karima and what's his name? Exodus.
Mm-hmm.
The 95-pointer.
The 95-point Exodus. The black suit Magneto from X of Swords.
I love that Magneto. I played him in Field.
So he's a little sneaky too because he decreases shape change, super sensitive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then Peepers and Jean Grey.
Oh, Peepers.
Yeah.
Good old Peepers.
The Peep.
So it's not good, but it is a lot of fun.
The Peep that's a creep. The Creeper Peepers.
When you mind control somebody and they take 5 damage, you laugh.
Falcon's a big character in that set.
Yes.
Well, if you want to play Pulp, you just let me know because I have a giant box of Pulp stuff here that's just sitting in my room.
I will see if I can put a build together.
I feel like you
And-
can come up
and-
with something that you're just like, you're gonna go have fun
Yeah,
with.
but the thing is like, you just walk past the Battle Royal tables where they're playing Avengers, and you just say, okay,
Scoop up.
hey guys, can I have this trash that you're going to throw away so I can build my pulp team? Because they're going to pull 400 Falcons because there's only like 9 rares in the whole set.
Oh my gosh.
That's true.
That's the play as. That's what you do. You just go get the leftover Battle Royale stuff, and you build a pulp team, and you just go wreck face with it. And then you're just like, well, how did you prep for Pulp Championship? I went to the BR table and grabbed all the leftovers. Like, how badass would that be to say on a podcast? Like,
I saw what I could get.
I got a Falcon and a Hulk, and then I had Falcon drop the Hulk in front of them, and he killed them.
All right, I've got 140 points so far.
Is that Falcon and Hulk?
Oh no, I gotta put Falcon on this team. Hang on. Alright, so we're at 190. What Hulk? Which one?
The rare from Avenger 60.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh, that's 90. All right, or 100. Oh, that's 190. There you go. We're done. I mean, I might want to put on something else, but Bats is also good on this team, isn't he? No, because well, maybe I don't want to. No, I can't pulse wave with Bats. Never mind. So we're at Hulk, Party Thor, Blue Marvel, Falcon, and Uncommon Doctor Strange from Avengers Forever.
yeah.
People love that Doctor Strange.
It's good. You need to look at the Doctor Strange from 860 too. The one that can voop. Like,
I do. I remember looking at that one and liking it.
he's so good.
Mhm.
Like, he's so underrated right now, and I don't know why people aren't like looking at him. He's good. Like, he can make like a marker, and
Yeah, he gets Smoke Cloud for free, and then he can voop to it. 60 points. So I want to play Scarlet Witch, actually. But I don't have a leadership.
If you do, the Doctor Strange has leadership.
No, if I cut Doctor Strange for Scarlet Witch.
Oh.
I wouldn't do that.
We don't need barrier. Screw it.
Who needs barrier?
10 points left.
If you're playing
I mean,
barrier and
Are you
pulp,
demanding
then
that you play theme?
I mean, it doesn't have to. It's just easier for me.
why is playing theme important for you, right?
GK barrier.
It's not important. It's just easier.
Why is it easier?
Because I can filter just by Avengers and...
Oh, it's easier for building. I thought it was like,
Yeah,
is it
it's
easier for you
easier
to
for
play?
building.
Because it doesn't do anything for your play right now.
No, it's
Like-
literally just easier for building.
Oh, okay.
I
Wow.
have 10 points left. Wait, which Jean Grey?
The X of Swords. Leadership TK.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, leadership TK barrier.
Yeah.
Just send me your team and I'll get your team out this week and I'll send it with Daniel.
I'll decide if I'm gonna play.
I think we just talked as in playing a pulp.
I mean, I play Emperor Vulcan. I do like the Pulse Wave.
That's all you
I
gotta
like
do.
the Pulse Wave.
So
And Blue Marvel has knockback. It's great.
I'm curious to see how pulp goes. Like, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of the casuals that are gonna come and are like, yes, this is my event. This is pulp, and then like I hope
And then they never play in another
I hope
Pulp event
I
ever
hope
again.
they're prepared. I don't know. Like I just hope they're just prepared because the pulp is very like TJ said, it's either you play dice replacement or pulse wave. Like, there's really no
So
fun.
yeah, at Gen Con, when I walked around the pulp table, it was dice replacement or pulse wave or people that were angry.
Because they weren't playing one of those two.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So Anyway, we have some questions. Let's just go ahead and get those out of the way. Mr. Sampson, the comeback fan fave is me. Thank you for that, but we'll get to the fan fave in just a bit. But Peter Marshfeld says, are there any figures that you guys think are underrated and should be seeing more play in the meta? And I have my choice, but I know we kind of answered this already, but I thought of another one.
Go for it.
I don't think we're seeing a lot of Molecule Man.
Which blows my mind.
And I know Daniel and I go back and forth because I love Faust. He loves Molecule Man. And I think right now he is probably one of the best pieces in the game and we're not seeing him as much, and I'm not sure why. Because he can take away a lot of that terrain.
I think what a lot of people don't realize with Molecule Man, maybe it's not a lot of people don't realize it, but I had to learn this as I was figuring things out. Molecule Man interacts with objects.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So if you KO somebody who has an object and they drop it, Molecule Man can just be free points.
Yeah, just turn that into water. Yeah.
But no, I agree. Molecule Man, there was a long period of time where it was you play Molecule Man or your team's not good enough.
Well, there was a point in time where the first 30 points of your team was Molecule Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you needed barrier yourself and you needed counter barrier. And he was both.
And I think I just think he's so underrated right now. He's about to go away, so maybe he's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I will agree with Molecule Man. I actually think you're spot on the money with Faust. But my figure that doesn't see a lot of play anymore, at least I don't think so, has been Hope Summers.
Oh yeah, she's good.
I think Hope Summers is still a really good piece, but I think that figure suffered the most from the sideline constrictions. Because she's just kind of hard to work onto a team that has a smaller sideline space.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. TJ, you have anything?
I'm thinking back towards Nationals and a piece that was super common that we didn't see a lot of is the Commissioner.
Yeah.
Which also blew my mind.
He was everywhere before, and now because he just fit that slot for leadership so easy, and he's just gone.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing the scared thing.
Yeah, he was he was the best 25 points you could get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's just he's left the building.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the meta that's done it, or if it's just they're so old that people have forgotten, or not even forgot about, moved on. They players see the new shiny and they want to play the new stuff.
I think that has to do some with it, yeah. But
I think so, and the points are just hard to 50 points is a lot now. 25 is a lot.
That hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Every time it's this character's 45 points. It's so many points, and I'm what?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely true. When you compare, 30-point Mephisto to 30-point Molecule.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
That's a hard thing to compare. But then you go a step beyond, and it's well, for Molecule Man and Commissioner, I can have Carnage Silver Surfer.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Which, we made that decision with the team. We had Molecule Man and Carnage Surfer on the build for the Scarlet Witch, and that became MOE and Mephisto.
Yeah. You have to weigh the pros and cons of everything, and MOE just gives you a lot more versatility against all the matchups. If you need to be defensive, you can be defensive. If you need to be offensive, you can be offensive. If you need to be kind of mid-game, switch to defensive, you can. Yeah.
I think that's where Molecule Man kind of fell off for us is because he doesn't have that mid to late game push anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to get him onto like Perplex.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, I mean, the Masters of Evil is like you get to change your strategy based on what you need from turn to turn, where those other figures don't really have that option, and that's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I still have to say that Faust is one of the pieces that I think is not played enough, and I wish I could just see more Faust out there.
Shout out to LTVH, because him and I had a conversation a long time ago of Felix Faust is the best figure that's not being played.
Exactly.
I agree.
I love that piece. I am so sad it's going away. It's been so much fun.
I can agree with that.
He's been so much fun. I mean, like, if I play in a Silver Age event, he's most likely going to be on my team. Just because he is that versatile for me.
Yeah.
In all my games.
Well, you can even give him, in Silver, it's even better, because you can give him, like, the spin ring.
Yeah.
Now he's ultimate support character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are there any figures that are overrated and don't perform well in the meta right now? For me, it would be Arachnite. I wish it would do better in the meta right now. I just think it's kind of overrated right now, but it's gonna get way better once retirement goes. But I just think a lot of people are, Arachnite's good. I mean, I can say that I played it at Tennessee State, and I did really well with it. But I don't know how well it would do at Worlds, just because of Necro Swords and switches. So
yeah,
right.
And I can also say that again with Carnage Silver Surfer.
I was going to say Carnage Silver Surfer would be my pick for something that's overrated.
Mm-hmm. I mean, granted, again, after rotation, he's going to be very good. But I think he's a little overrated right now.
He's very reliant on Spider-Man getting the first KO for him.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
As is like, wait a minute, am I missing something?
Well, like the logic makes sense. It's just not something that I'd really thought of.
Yeah. The double Surfer teams don't do well. It's when it's Surfer paired with Spider-Man that you see it excel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a big deal with like Carnage Surfer, I think you guys are correct about rotation, but I actually think it's less about Necrosword. I think it's more about map.
Mm-hmm.
Because come rotation, big maps go away.
Yeah.
So now Carnage Surfer can never be put on a big map.
Yeah.
So
wait, are they retiring the Exo Swords and Avengers Forever map?
And I forgot those exist. Never mind.
JK. Way to poop on that parade, TJ.
No, you're right. I forgot that set has big maps.
Because we're still going to have Morlock tunnels, so...
What I'd like to see them do is just kind of come rotation, just early rotate all the big maps that are still...
I would love that.
Like, let the game be uniform. Don't go another year of it not being uniform.
Yeah, but you say that, and then you're going to have the people that's going to be like, but my Morlock tunnels only got 6 months of play. That's unfair.
Morlock tunnels...
the second time.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're going to have those people that are be like, yeah, just...
Hey, nobody likes Morlock tunnels. You just play on it because it's the best option.
My Realm of Death only got like 3.5 months, and they took it away from me.
Good.
So they can lose their Morlock tunnels.
I love it that, this whole Morlock tunnels discussion is happening. And, like, I hear the guys talk, and they're like, stupid Morlock tunnels, this is stupid. And I'm like,
yeah,
this is the same guys that played Realm of Death and thought that there was no problem with Realm of Death. And I'm like, what am I listening to right now?
That
Am I
is
in,
observation
am I in
bias.
the Twilight Zone? Like, what in the heck? And they're like, it's not the same. I'm like, yes, it is. You guys are complaining about more like tunnels, but you thought that Realm of Death was totally okay.
Morlock tunnels and Realm of Death are fine if you can shoot through everything.
Oh, okay.
No, that is the opposite of when they're fine.
Oh, man. There's just not enough time in the day to even argue all this.
Oh, anyway, a Dark Horse character that I think doesn't see enough play, Maggot.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen a Maggot team be successful.
Alyssa played it at Nats. Alyssa played it at Nats and got top 16.
Top 16,
awesome.
yeah.
I did not notice that. My apologies.
Yeah, she beat me twice with it, and it was hard because I was like, "What the heck? Like, what do I do? Like, I couldn't really do anything. Like,
Is she playing full animals with like lockjaw?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
And then Sam showed me what to do so that I could.
Well, we both had a collaborative moment, and we were like, the light bulb just like glowed, and we're just like, oh, just like, oh, this is it. And then you had to play our first round, so it was like it was destiny. It was just like we were supposed to talk about that placement and that object, and then you played her. So.
And I will. The first thing she did. This is kind of funny. I put that object there, and then she was going first, and she just went TJ, TJ, TJ. You have made this difficult.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Alyssa. She had a really great team. I mean, I couldn't do anything against it. I changed both games. I played different maps. I played different strategies, and still just could not get past it. But yeah, maggots are definitely a piece that I think are not being seen played, and I'm not sure why.
And,
I mean,
he's going away. This is his last hurrah as well.
Last hurrah.
Yep.
So Caleb Reddick wants to know: is the team to beat still Prime Spider-Man?
I think so.
I
think for the majority, yes.
I think you need to have a strategy on how to face a Prime Spider-Man. I think he's going to do well, but I think it's going to be, there are a gauntlet of 5 or 6 teams that could easily take it, you know. I would not have guessed LTVH's Mission Point team would have been that good at Nats, but it did very well. But I think there's a solid set of 5 teams that, in my mind, I wouldn't be surprised. And Prime Spider-Man is in one of those.
Yeah, I think there's 5 or 6 different archetypes you're going to see.
Mm-hmm. I
think Prime Spider-Man is going to be the most common, I would assume.
Really?
He's the most.
That many archetypes that are top tier?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've got Spider-Man, you got
Spider-Man with
Scarlet
Carnage, and then you got Spider-Man with MOE, then you got Scarlet Witch with MOE, and then you got Scarlet Witch with Carnage, then you got Sky Tyrant with MOE, and then you got the 5 APOCs. Like,
those first 4 I don't consider different archetypes, though.
No, I was going to go, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Switch, because MOE is going to be on almost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
Switch,
yeah. Spider-Man, Switch, Mission Points, the APOCs. You're going to see the Double Sinister. It's going to be there. You're going to see the Can't Hit Me team.
Yeah.
Since Caleb did ask this question.
Yeah, I mean, he's calling you out, Caleb, Mr. Canadian Nat winner.
You have to roll a 14 to hit me. So, I mean, there's a lot. There's X-Men. I mean, we still have X-Men with
Yeah.
Jalen is for sure playing that same team. I would
Mhm.
hope, because he's doing very well with it.
Um,
So the meta's
I think it'd
more
be-
diverse than people think it is, because there's like 80 points of the teams that are kind of the same.
I think it'd be
But
funny
back
if one of you played Caleb, just pack like 2 D20s in your box, and like not during gameplay, but like when you're setting up, just be like, okay, since you're playing like the can't hit me, and I'm gonna need to roll a 14 or 16 to hit you, I'm rolling 2 D20s.
My first roll, I'm just going to send out the 2d6 with a d20.
There you go, just
Yeah.
like roll it.
Yeah.
Be like, I had advantage.
Yeah.
So
So,
Yeah, that's it. That's the
Yeah,
ticket right there.
I mean, Ultra Instinct play at home Shaggy, definitely a team to beat.
as
Hey,
tell
that's
you.
MOE. And
It is MOE.
Shaggy.
I
Yep,
think
same 80 points.
pretty sure you're gonna do better than you do. And I love how Jason like broke the internet with his picture. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Picture
Yeah.
vomit.
Everybody was like, Zonga laws, what the heck? It's like, I mean, I'm pretty sure the guys have talked about it on the podcast many a time, so I don't know.
I mean, that's going to be a team that is... Grand Prize APOC is probably a problem after rotation, and a problem that really does need to be looked at by WizKids. Come Power Racer rotation.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right.
Yep,
Because
I agree.
they definitely didn't look at Scarab or Scarlet Witch or Saki or
I don't make
Needing
those
to be
arguments.
looked at and them actually doing it are two different things.
So, anyway, that answers all our questions because we didn't have very many questions. But I did want to make the big announcement that I know in the last podcast I teased that I had talked to Mr. Chomp's agent, and we've been in talks. We've been talking a lot. And as many of you know, if you listen to the podcast with the guys, Scott Porter defeated Mr. Chomps and put him in retirement. So, talked to Mr. Chomps. He actually went back to the swamp. He found a Mrs. Chomps, and they had some babies. And so, Mr. Chomps no longer wrestles, but he has a son that has come out of the swamp, and he has it out from Mr. Scott Porter, but he's our new wrestling gator, and his name is Gator Tot. So, we've decided that obviously if Scott Porter wants to be on the podcast, he can definitely take on Gator Tot, but Gator Tot's young, he's agile, he's got it out for him.
And Gator Tot has what Mr. Chomps didn't have, and that's the knowledge of what he did to Mr. Chomp.
Just think of like Gator Tot as like a Charlotte Flair. Like you had Ric Flair, now there's Gator Tot that has
the same trick that worked on Mr. Chomps isn't going to work on Gator Tot.
Exactly. So, we'll have our first, person that can see if they want to take on Gator Tot sometime. Gator Tot might float over to the main show. He says he's ready to take on some opponents. So, just want to make that announcement that, yes, we don't have Mr. Chomps, but now he's back in communications with us. He had his time. He has a family, but he's back in talks with Clixed Off crew, and we've got Gator Tot on our side. So that's some exciting news for us.
Yeah,
I'm
glad to have Gator Tot on the team.
Yeah, we got Gator Tot. I mean, now we gotta I feel like we need to get him a sticker or something made.
We should reach out and get Gator Tot action tokens.
Yeah, we should do that.
That is a good idea.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have to talk to the guys about that. So, but if you like what you're hearing, please support us. I know the guys do the main show, but I know TJ, Az, and I are wanting to revamp this show just kind of talk some. Honestly, I'm not sure what we all talked about tonight, but it was all over the place.
I definitely tangented a lot.
I think at one point we did talk about football and Disney Clix, and then
And McDonald's.
and McDonald's and tequila, and so we just have a lot of fun. We, but support our show, support the main show. We appreciate it. We appreciate it to all those that do already. And to all those that are going to Worlds, good luck. I can't wait to hear the results. To whomever wins, whoever's not on the main show, we'll definitely have on this show to talk to and to interview and such. So we'll reach out to those winners, and I wish all the best of luck, and I hope you guys bring back a Team World Champions again, and
we'll do our best. Anybody who's going to Graceland, feel free to just come up, say hi. If you don't know what we look like, I've been told from people that I have a very distinct voice, so just kind of listen for me and you'll find me.
You can't really miss Az.
I am one of the larger people in the room. But yeah, I love meeting new people. Feel free to come up, say hi.
I do have to say, too, if you are...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, TJ. Go ahead.
So just to say, I echo that. Come talk to us. I love talking about the game and meeting people, so I would love that.
Mm-hmm. They'll even sign your shirt if you want them to.
Sure.
For no charge. I do have to say, if you are there at Graceland and you have some free time, go look at the house and tour the museums and stuff. It is something to see. And I did it last year with Zach Brazier, and it was a lot of fun. And it was creepy on one end because you're like, this is Elvis's house, but in all honesty, it was just really cool history to see, and I learned a lot that I did not know about Elvis. Just going through all that, so
I got to do that tour last year, and me and my girlfriend had went and seen the Elvis movie like 2 weeks before the trip, and I felt like I was able to appreciate it even more, as I learned more about him. But yeah, we're planning. Me and my girlfriend are planning on doing that this year, so I'm excited for that. Definitely do it.
Yeah, go eat some good barbecue. Go eat some good barbecue. Enjoy. Be
safe.
Yes, be safe. Don't be going out.
Yes.
After dark, too far down that road.
Or any distance down that road.
Yeah, where Graceland is, it's like if you go a little too far in either direction, you're in a bad neighborhood.
I did tell Daniel that if you guys have dinner and shots and stuff at the little restaurant there at the hotel, to have a drink for me, because they had the best drinks.
They did have good drinks.
Oh,
they
man.
did have really good drinks.
When you could get them.
Well,
they were super busy when we were there.
I just think they need to probably prepare better.
Yeah,
so.
I think they had another big get together there. But yeah, the food was actually pretty good too.
I was gonna say, I don't think I had a problem getting a drink. I think it was my food that I always had to wait forever on.
Yeah, the drinks were just... I just remember the drinks being really good, so...
Yeah. So you can come drink with us.
Yeah.
After night, because that's most likely where we'll end up at some point.
Yes, the guys do like to partake in some adult beverages.
They had a PB&J Kahlua drink there.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, they did.
That was real good.
Yeah.
That was the first drink I got.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely hit up the guys. I know that they enjoy it. They like to talk Clix and just meet everybody. So, again, we appreciate all the support. I wish all the best of luck to everyone. And we'll just end it there. Final thoughts? Anybody?
I'm excited to see everybody again. I haven't seen HeroClix friends since January at the earliest, so this is like coming home for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's I'm so excited for this week. I just love talking to people and about the game and watching people play the game and then getting to play too. And I just need somebody to make Merlin happen. just so Az will be upset about it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I'm like, somebody please, if you're listening to this podcast and you're at the very end and you're thinking about what do I play at Worlds, go play Merlin, make it happen, do really well, so then we can make Az eat his words on the podcast. But all in all, good luck to everybody. Good luck, guys. Bring home the win again. I'm super sad I won't be there to give you guys hugs and celebrate with you, but I'll be there in spirit. So
awesome. Have a good night, guys.
Yep.
All right. Well,
you guys.
with that, we'll end the podcast and we'll see you guys later.